Greetings, Fire Chargers, Darkblade here, and today we're answering the question, who built the pyramids? Now, there are a couple of theories that you might have heard. One is that the pyramids were built by the Israelite slaves. The problem with this theory is that the timelines don't match up. The Israelites would have arrived in Egypt probably about the 17th or 16th century BC, which is long after the pyramids were built. So this just does not add up. The second is that the pyramids were built by black Africans, and technically this is true. It is true that the black Africans ruled Egypt and that they built tons of pyramids, way more than were ever built in Egypt. This was the Kushite dynasty, and I think they ruled from about mid-8th to mid-7th century BC. But if I made that the topic of the video, people will complain about clickbait, even though it wouldn't, by the most literal sense, be clickbait. People are like, oh, you're talking about those pyramids are clickbait, blah 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 blah. The third theory is that they were built by the Egyptians using the standard technology available to them. This is honestly too boring to be worth any consideration. And the fourth theory is that they were built by aliens. Yeah, the pyramids were built by aliens of outer space. We even have this ancient Egyptian in artwork showing a light bulb or some sort of other, or supposedly very recent electrical technology. Settle down, Mr. Hot Dog Water the First or whatever. For first things first, there's been no scientific evidence confirming such aliens or any aliens whatsoever to actually exist. Second, we do not need this alien theory. It's just a bunch of unnecessary insanity that has no place being here. Thirdly, I have heard from a source, Tales of Times Forgotten, or that blog, Runner's Answer on Quora, that this whole ancient aliens theory has its roots in white supremacy, which is not something that anyone wants to associate themselves with. So, what's more likely? And also, there are several issues with claiming alien technology. For example, there are different possible readings of the artwork that do not require bizarre or unconfirmed aliens or modern technology. I mean, think about it. Which is more likely? That some super advanced alien civilization that has never been confirmed to have ever existed visited Egypt, built some pyramids with super advanced technology, or that these theorists have their vision compromised by confirmation bias, and that their artwork is actually of a flower. So, now, how many theories did I go over again? That's alright, slaves, black Africans, standing Egyptians, aliens. Oh wait, there's one. Yeah, that's all. Is that all the major theories? Oh, I have one. Okay, what is it, Beaver? The pyramids were actually built by the British in the 1880s and 1890s as part of a cool point system. They wanted to outcompete the French and Spanish by making themselves look so cool for having the oldest civilization on Earth as their colony. So, as I said, there are four theories. All of these theories have issues, either with the timeline or clickbaitiness, or this being the wrong pyramids, or boringness, or insanity. So, what is the actual cause of the Great Pyramids construction? The answer is that they were built by Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. And it's even quite intuitive how this could have happened. For example, they could have used me or Blade Knight to cut the bricks into just the right shape, maybe enhancing us with some spell or trap effects to make us physically stronger. Then once that's done, they could have used a giant soldier of stone to move the bricks to the right location. If that isn't enough, maybe Still Dark Magician and Skilled White Magician could use their magic to levitate the bricks up and move them to the right position. Then, once all of that work is done, it's a matter of loading the contents of the pyramid, the king's body, all the stuff he needs for the afterlife, and of course the security traps, like the dragon dwelling in the cave, or maybe Blue Eyes. That's more likely. The dragon dwelling in the cave is actually kind of weak offensively. It only has 1,300 attack points, which is kind of low in my opinion for a level 4 monster, especially when there are level 4 monsters that have 2,000 attack points like Alexandric Dragon. Oh, and just in case Blue Eyes isn't enough, throw in a trap hole. So that is how the pyramids were built. And thank you for watching. Goodbye, Fire Judges. Dark Blade out, and make sure to like and subscribe.